Fourth step, or the last step to achieving your dream. If you remember from my previous videos, step 1, you observed. Step 2, you tried. Step 3, you can do it. You have got an option. In these 3 steps, you could have observed and give up. How many people do you know who have given up their dreams without even trying? How many people do you know who have tried and gave up? How many people do you know who have tried, who have observed, tried, they did it once and they gave up before their dream becomes a success? Now you can move to the 4th step, which is the most important step of achieving your goals, allowing it to become your second nature. When it becomes your second nature, you do it without thinking about it. I'll go back to my example of driving. You will notice that when driving has become your second nature, when you come to the robots, you don't have to first think which foot goes to the clutch, which foot goes to the brakes, which hand takes the indicator. You don't have to think, because it is in your second nature. You just do it without thinking about it. Sometimes you even change the CDs on the radio. Sometimes you even open the windows and take your wing out. Sometimes you even open the sunroof. You can do things in the car while it's moving. You know why? Because you've mastered it. It's now your second nature. You just do it without thinking about it. Let me give you a simple example of a child. Have you noticed when a child is still young, when you teach them how to walk, they first think, which foot do I take first? Which foot do I take first? When is the next step? But now, when they have already mastered walking and running, if you say dog, they just stand up and run without thinking first, what steps do I take? You just run, because it's now in your second nature to move. It's now in your second nature to run. It's now in your second nature to do anything. You do it without thinking, without even having to plan, because you have now mastered your dream, because you have now mastered the 4 steps. You have observed. After observing, you decided, I don't want to just observe and die observing. You moved to trying. After trying, you failed several times, but you never give up, and you told yourself, I don't want to just try and give up. Then you moved from trying to doing it, and when you did it, you became successful, or you managed to say, okay, I can do it, and you moved from just doing it and allow it to be your second nature, where you're doing it without thinking about it. When you get to that stage, you are able to achieve your dream.